guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have this smoky, dramatic, fiery Mother of Dragons look for you guys, and I am just so excited about how this one came out. I had no expectations for this whatsoever, and I'm just so happy with it. So today I am using the Melt Rust Stack that just came out, and this is what it looks like. I used all the shades from this palette. And I just love this look because it's so dramatic, and I don't know, I feel like I should be in Game of Thrones. I absolutely love Daenerys. She's one of my favorite characters. So this is kind of my spin on a dragon queen, I guess. I chose to do a kind of cut crease, dramatic, smoky eye, just because this palette is so grungy, and I just love grungy looks. I haven't done anything like this on my channel yet, so I thought that that would be a great idea and kind of test the limits a little bit, and I thought that you guys might be interested in how to actually achieve a look like this. I feel like because this look is so warm brown toned, it would look good on any eye color. I mean, it looks great on brown eyes because brown goes with brown, you know, it just kind of plays off the same colors. Brown usually can hold any color basically because it's so neutral, but also there are those warm orange tones which help bring out the blue in your eyes, and then also the warm red tones which bring out the green. So I really feel like this would look great for anybody. As you can see during my tutorial, I talk about this area right here just because sometimes that's a little bit too dark for people. So at that point, you'll be able to omit that if you are not into that much drama in your shadowy look. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I just want to thank you guys so much for being here and checking out this video. It means so much to me. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so starting off, I've already applied my foundation, contour, brows, and eye primer just to get everything out of the way first so that we can get straight into the eye look, and then at the end I will finish off with my blush and bronzer and lips. Okay, so for foundation, if any of you were wondering, I did use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. Generally, that's what I'm wearing anytime you see pictures of me or whatever because it's just so beautiful. And then I primed with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. That's another go-to for me. I set my foundation and concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder, and I blended out my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit using my Farsali Rose Gold Drops. So I've started out with a base on my eyes already, and what I used to prime my eyes today is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Creamy Beige. So now to start off this look today, of course, as you know from the intro, I am using the Melt Rust Stack. I believe this just came out. And I'm just using all shadows from this palette. So I'm just going to open it for you guys so you can take a look. Ugh, I'm afraid it's going to fall. Cool. So this is what it looks like. These are all the shades. So pretty, right? Yep. That happened. Let's hope they're not broken. Nope, they're good. Okay, so first I'm starting out with the shade Classic, which is a neutral skin tone color shadow, and I will be applying that all over the lid using the Morphe E22 brush, and I am just applying this all over the lid so that all the rest of my colors blend out flawlessly and we don't get any patchy areas. Now that I've applied my base, I'm going to go in and start to work on warming up that crease and just defining that area. And for that, I will be using the same Morphe brush, and I will be taking this shadow called Antique. And it's just like a neutral orange color. I mean, it's not neutral, it's warm, obviously. It's an orange shadow. Let's just be real here. And I will just be focusing that on the outer corner and then through the crease. So So as you can see, that transition shade started to bring out the shape of our eyeshadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and deepen that just a little bit further. And for that, I will be using this red shade, this like red-brown terracotta shade called Rust. And I will be taking that again on the same brush and bringing that more so into deeper in the crease and more so on the outer corner. And it's more important to focus these shadows into the crease and then slowly blend up with whatever is left on the brush. That is how you're going to get a perfect blend. Okay, so now that we have a little bit more of a shape, I'm going to go in with my darkest color in the outer corner and have that even lower. And this is going to really like make that wing look to the eye besides the eyeliner. It just kind of helps bring it all over that way. So what I will be using for that is this color called Rot. Nice name. And what I like about these colors is you don't have to have this particular palette to do this look. Like I have V35O, which I'm sure a lot of you also have because it's so popular, or any other warm toned palette. Any kind of shades like this, you can do this look. So don't be discouraged if you don't have this palette or can't afford this palette, because there are more affordable alternatives that you could use. So now that I have good pigmentation in that outer corner, it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect because we're going in and we're going to carve out that lid anyway and then lay some more colors over top of that so that we have that nice little line right there in separation between the crease colors and the lid color. So today, to cut out my crease, I'm still using that LA Girl Pro Conceal in Creamy Beige, and I will be applying that using my Mikasa E220. Now I'm just taking a bit of that concealer on the back of my hand and then getting some on the brush and slowly and carefully lining out my crease. And in order to do this and have it lay in the right spot, you want to make sure that you're trying not to raise your eyebrows and you're looking down into your mirror so that you don't smudge any of that concealer up onto the crease. To pack on these shades and set this concealer in place, I will be using this brush from the My Makeup brush set, like baby pink set or whatever. It's like $15 and you get like 20 brushes. And I use a good amount of them, but this one is my absolute favorite for applying shadow to the lid. So I am going in first with that same classic eyeshadow that I used originally to prime my eyes. And I am just applying this to the inner quarter of my eye. Now I will be going in with the second color I used called Antique, which is that orange shade, and I will be placing that just a little further onto my lid. We're creating a gradient effect, so I'm just kind of adding it to a little bit of the wet spot and then also blending it into the shadow that is already there. And the patting motions really do make it blend seamlessly. And again, next with the red color called Rust. And now as you can see, some of that antique color has been covered, and I just kind of want to make that blend right here. You can see how it's kind of a line. I want to make that a little bit softer of a transition. So I'm going to go back in with that antique color again and go over the center of that line. So I thought that my camera was just recording, but it wasn't, and basically what I did was I went ahead and went in with that deepest color again and just touched up the outer corner. So now I'm going to go along that top edge right here just because it's looking a little bit harsh, and I'm going to take that rust color again and soften that just a little bit. Okay, so now that they're basically even, I'm going to go ahead and finally dig into this dirty brown yellow color, which is my favorite color out of the entire palette, and this one is called Rubbish. Oh, how fitting. And I'm going to actually take this and put it in the inner corner right here. Not like in the inner corner of my eye, like the inner, like the skin right here, because I just think that gives it more of like a grungy feel. And to apply that in the inner corner, I'm taking the Morphe M411 brush, and I'm just going to start packing it in and blending out the edges. And of course you can skip this step if you don't like that look. I'm just going for something a little bit extra. If you leave it, it just looks, you know, normal and fine the way that you saw it before I added it. And it's a little bit more wearable that way, but I wanted to make this a little bit more artistic, so that's what I decided to do. Okay, and for eyeliner today, I'll be using the Morphe Slate Gel Eyeliner. I actually love how this looks. This is my first time trying this eyeliner out, and it's just so beautiful and matte and creamy and easy to glide over the lid. So to apply that, I will be using my Sigma Winged Liner E06 brush, which is my favorite brush for applying any kind of liner. Now before I go ahead and add eyeliner to the bottom, I'm going to go in with my inner corner highlight, and as many of you who follow me on Instagram see, I have been obsessing over using this Dose of Colors Ideal Duo in Pixie Dust. So I'm going to go ahead and take this angled brush from Zoeva Cosmetics. This is the 322 Brow Line brush, and apply this to the inner tear duct of my eye. Now that I've highlighted the inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that Morphe gel liner on the same brush, and I'm just going to create a little wing right here and follow my lash line. I'm not going in my waterline because I will be adding a little bit more of that Dose of Colors pigment in that waterline for that really sparkly wide-eyed effect.
Hesitating, kryptonite desires set my heart afire.
Okay, now quickly before that liner dries, I'm going to go in with this Zoeva 226 smudger brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the Rubbish color on the inner corner and the red rust color on the outer corner. That is it right now for the rust stack. Let's move on to the rest of the makeup. Now I am going to go in and line my waterline with this nude pencil from Sigma. This is my favorite product to use in the waterline to brighten up the eyes and make them appear larger. Now before that dries, I wanted to go in and add a little bit more sparkle, so I thought about putting the Dose of Colors pigment in that waterline as well. So I'm using the same brush that I used to apply it on the inner corner, and I'm just going to tap it onto the edge of my waterline. And as you can see, that makes a huge difference in the shape of my eye. Now before we finish up with the eyes, I'm also going to go in again with that same pigment from the Dose of Colors Ideal Duo and just quickly highlight my eyebrow.
While you and me repeat this bittersweet heat.
Now, finally, it's time for lashes. Today I am using a brand new pair, it's the best feeling ever, of Nubounsom Dragon Lee lashes, because I think that these are just perfectly dramatic enough to pull this whole look together. And if I could get them out of the package, okay. Are. As you can see, they're flared out in the outer corner, and so that creates that super cat eye effect. I also have a discount code for these. You can get them for 20% off. Using my code, I will place it right here on the screen, and then I will also put it in the description bar below with everything else that I've used today. Okay, now the eyes are complete, And we are going to go in with some blush to warm up the cheeks. I wanted to keep it more in the warm tones, and I actually just picked this up. I know that I'm a little bit late to the game on this one because everybody has this already, but today I will be using the Milani Luminoso blush. And I will be applying that using the Zoeva 126 Luxe Cheek Finish brush. Now finally, I'm going to go in with another new product. This is the color shifting cream in Moonspell by Chaos Makeup Artist. And basically what this is a cream highlight color. There are 3 different shades. I have all 3 because I think you have to buy them all together. And I just thought that the yellow one would go best with this look. So I'm just going to apply that with my fan brush from my makeup brush set. And we'll see how it looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, this isn't working very well with the brush, so I'm just going to use my finger to pat it in.
And always hesitating, kryptonite desires set my heart afire.
This is actually really quite gorgeous. I had no idea what to expect from this kind of product. Usually with cream highlights, they don't show up very well. Wow, this one is awesome. Okay, so originally I had planned on going over this with a powder highlight, but you can see this from space. I swear, this is like one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever seen in my life. I love it. Okay, so going in with lips, I'm going to have 2 options for you guys. You can go with something muted if you want to just be like flirty and not too over the top. And then I also have another lipstick right here. So for the flirty look, I would go with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. And then if you want a little bit more of a dramatic look, a lot of emphasis on the a little bit more of dramatic, I would go with the Melt Bane lipstick. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream first.
Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire.
Okay guys, so that is it for this Mother of Dragons inspired look. I hope that you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And all of my social media links will be listed here and also in the description box below. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh, I just popped a nail off. Come on. Get it together, service. Dragons. I'm so excited.